Let's try to keep our hands on our laps for this one, because God knows what will happen.
Jerk off.
Please do not jerk off.
Jerking off today.
Do not jerk off.
That's a good episode gimmick.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just me jerking off in 1 minute, and you got to figure out what minute it is, and whoever's closer gets the win.
Yeah, like if the three of us all have to be on a call, I am going to jerk off for an episode.
Yeah, same.
You know what? Let's put a pin in that.
Okay, yeah, we'll pin it up on the bulletin board for later.
20 minutes passed, and Anne's like, oh.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spicy Chicken Sammich. I'm your host. My name is Vink, and as always, I am joined by my two co-anchors. Please introduce yourselves.
Hello there, it is Nathavius back for another round.
Hey guys, it's Cartier back in the flesh.
We have a pretty interesting episode planned today. There's been a lot of goings on in between the last one and this one, so hopefully this winds up being interesting, because there's a decent chance it won't be. We shall see. But I thought we should do something pretty important. It's something we should have done a long time ago, honestly. I'm not even saying this is a bit, like, genuinely, this is something we probably should have marked up forever ago. But, hear ye, hear ye. Today, on this episode of Spicy Chicken Sammich, we shall draft the documentation which binds us together as a union. Today, we shall put reins on this steed and bring her back into pasture. Today, we shall draft the Constitution of Spicy Chicken Sammich.
Okay, topical. I like it.
Yeah, for some reason, this felt relevant today.
Oh, weird.
Definitely not, because they wouldn't let me vote. I have written down all of the laws which we have set for Spicy Chicken Sammich. I was surprised how much I actually recalled over the course of the last 40 episodes. But there are some rules that I have written down, and I'll give us a section at the end to write some of our own.
If you want.
So, Section 1, Preliminary Law. These are laws that refer to the events that happen before the recording button is even pressed. So, Section 1-1. New episodes of Spicy Chicken Sammich release on every third Wednesday. The Registrar of Spicy Chicken Sammich reserve the right to change this whenever they want. Yeah?
It sounds good to me so far.
Okay, and you can object whenever you want. The color of the episode's title is in reference to the identity of that episode's host. The host has absolute control over the episode title within some modicum of reason, obviously.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's no reason to object.
Audio checks are required at the start of every recording session.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every episode's official beginning shall be preceded with a short warm-up period, which Vink reserves the right to include in the episode anyway.
Yeah, I think that results in good things.
And 1-5, bonus episodes shall be numbered by the smallest episode number available to have been forgone by the progression of the series.
I am a fan of that.
I like it.
All right, that is the prelim law. Now on to Section 2, Universal Law. And these are all laws we have set on the podcast officially. These were all stated at one point. I did research.
Let's hear them.
Section 2-1, the episode's host has absolute power, and they alone may set that episode's parameter for determining winnership.
I mean, what happens if we, because we have not abided by that, are we going to get punished retroactively?
Yeah, what's the punishment system? Are we going to get, like, kicked in the nuts?
We'll get to that. We're okay with the writing of that, though. Absolute power.
I don't know. I'm scared.
I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, I'm doing religious Mad Libs next time. Let's go.
I think we need to veto it.
We need to veto it.
Okay,
Yeah,
how about we
I don't
skip
like
ahead
that.
to 2-5?
What was 2-2, 2-3?
Well, it's relevant to this. A mutiny may be declared by any number of contestants at any time. Because the rule of the host is absolute, however, it is in the host's discretion whether or not this accomplishes anything.
What? You can't really have two amendments that contradict each other.
Those do not contradict each other.
Well, absolute power means they can control anything, but if there's a mutiny, I mean, that's not really absolute power, is it?
Section 2-5-1. Because the rule of the host is absolute, it is the host's discretion whether or not the mutiny accomplishes anything.
I think that lines up.
Yeah, that should be fine.
I vote yes, I vote good, green.
Okay, there's also a 2-1-1. The host may also declare the diffusion of points, segments, and anything else they see fit for their episode. episode.
Reasonable.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because there's history of the host removing wins as well, so I guess we'll just let that lie. The hostship transfers upon a winner being declared and therein following the appropriate speeches being delivered, and not between recordings.
I mean, is this a mandatory speech? Can the host be like, hey, nobody's doing speeches, we're going to talk about something else?
2-1-1, the host does not need to allocate time for speeches at the expense of sooner ending their hostship.
That's looking better.
Section 2-3. While there is an often designated losers segment at the jurisdiction of the host, the loser of the episode, post-declaration, may declare an additional loser speech to protest the ruling of that episode, and this supersedes the absolute rule of the host.
I propose that you cannot exceed 1 minute with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
45 seconds. I'll time
45 seconds.
Because I like being able to exercise our rights and, convey our feelings, but you shouldn't steal the host's thunder. That's not cool.
True.
Totally fair. 2-4. A win is not indefinite, although the exchange rate between wins and points is. A single win will forever be equivalent to 5 points.
Why are the points necessary? ?
There was an episode of Forever back where I wagered a win and it was worth 5 points.
I don't feel like that's necessary, though. Like, you could fucking convert it to, like, $20 if you wanted to.
If we were to keep that exchange rate, we need to standardize points across quizzes.
That is true.
Because there is a lot of variance.
Yes.
Sure. So do we not like Section 2-4?
No, 2-4 can go fuck itself.
All right. 2-4 dies then.
Kicking it in the nuts.
The new 2-5 now. Below is all concepts which have been appended to the banned list by the official SCS registrar.
What the fuck?
Sections 2-5-1 through 2-5-5 are as follows. Ruin, Adam Levine, Radiohead, Kicking the Table, and the word anyway.
No, I don't like that one.
You don't like that?
No.
What do you take issue with?
Anyway. If we're kicking out anyway, I'm kicking out the word shoot.
Huh?
I'm kicking out the word shoot.
Like laundry shoot?
No. We realized last episode that I say anyway, and your thing that you always say as a filler, Aiden, is shoot. Therefore, we should erase the word shoot if you're erasing the word anyway. It's only fair.
I accept these terms.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everything else in that list is good. I would maybe vouch for Adam Levine, but I don't really have a strong desire to discuss him anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, shit, we did ban Radiohead and then fucking talk about it more. In our best interest, we might want to walk that back for now.
We have not yet drafted punishments for breaking these laws as the thing.
Okay, yeah, let's just keep that in mind then, because I don't think we should keep talking about Radiohead, but I am scared.
Mm-hmm. 2-6, Carter is emo.
I don't like that
Carter's emo.
This was declared in the bylaws by a host at one point.
When the fuck was... What?
Yeah, what episode was that?
I think that was, I don't know, it was one of the ones that I was hosting.
Yeah, because we were we thought he was a Linkin Park kid. That's what it was. Okay. I like that ruling.
I don't like that. Why?
I kind of like it.
What the...
It adds flavor.
Guys, here's Aiden, Nate, and the emo.
So just to recap, we banned regulation involving the exchange rate, but we're totally cool with appending labels to minorities. Carter being a minority in this instance.
I guess,
considering
yeah.
There's two people that aren't him.
Listen, actually, with it framed like that, I probably shouldn't say anything. Carter...
Don't say it, what?
Carter, I think you should decide for yourself.
Sweet. No. Why would I want to be considered the emo of the podcast?
No, it doesn't say that you're the only emo. It just says that you are emo.
Oh, shit. So...
I still don't like that is set in stone.
Okay, well, the rule of the host is absolute, so if you win, you can fix it.
Therefore, you are emo.
Well, I mean, I'm going to leave it for now.
Yeah, let's leave it. I just want to give you time to reconsider.
So if I'm not emo, I will be punished.
Yes.
Yes. That is how things are shaping up. Let's actually move into that now.
Fine.
Section 3, Statutory Law.
Whoa.
Wow.
Sorry, just checking another definition of the word statutory. Yeah.
Sorry, I wrote this down, didn't know what it meant. Shit.
So these are questions that I want to answer today that I think actually may guide the future of this podcast. I think it's only fair. I'm going to temporarily put my hostship aside, and we're going to determine this as an oligarchical council. If you got more things you want to pitch, please let me know. But question the first. Must every episode have a winner?
No, I don't think so. There have been times where nobody was a winner and the host kept his
Oh, that's true.
status.
Yeah, there was no winner declared in this episode fucking sucks, was there?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think for
let me
most.
rephrase the question. Does every episode have to declare our next host?
You say declare like it has to be very obvious who it is.
Can we go into the next episode not having a host picked out?
I think we need to declare the host just so that we're all on the same page and we don't fucking come to the table without a topic.
Even if all three of us are hosts, somebody has to be a host.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
there must be at least one host.
Yes, I think that is.
But
necessary.
everybody can be a host.
And this must be determined before the previous episode ends.
So yeah, we can do
What?
Well, what I'm thinking is I kind of like the times where people admit me as host, but I work together with somebody else to kind of mess with the third party, you know?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I was typing.
You don't say, for example, where two people are in it and one person is not in it, but one person is still considered the host and the other person is not. I would still consider the two people working together to be hosts, even though the one person does not know that they are even working alongside the host.
Okay, well, as the person who did that episode, you guys were not hosting, so there's that.
Yeah, I think the person with the topic is still the host. You can declare a
So there can be a secretary, but the secretary does not need to be announced.
Ooh, so the host can have a secretary.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. I have a question.
What is the role of this secretary?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll answer your question first.
It's up to the host discretion?
I mean, yeah, it goes back to the host has complete power. So, yeah, it's up to the host. I do have a question, though. What are your guys' opinions on inviting people to the podcast? Like that one time that we had Nico, for example. Would you think that in the future we would have, a guest? Not permanently, but, for a single episode. How would that work?
I think that's fine,
out?
yeah.
Well, how would that work, though? Do you think that would have to be announced before the...
only the host would get to elect a guest?
Yeah, do you think the host would have to elect a guest? Do you think, before the previous podcast episode has to state, hey, there's going to be a special guest here? Could it just be hey, I have somebody around and they want to talk. Can they be in the podcast, or can they just fiddle their fucking penis in the other room?
So I guess what you're trying to get at is does the host have to build their game around whatever guest is going to be there?
Yes.
That's a good question. Nate, what do you think?
What I'm kind of stuck on as I'm thinking about the concept of more guests is that if we are remote like this, it would have to be a guest at your place because we only have 2 earbuds.
Get a third one.
Well, they could call in.
Yeah, I was actually going to do that at one point, and I canned it because he was busy. But I like the idea of call-ins. I don't think those need to be cleared with everyone.
Ooh. Oh, wait, are you saying that, anybody, regardless of hostship, can reserve their right to eject a guest whenever they want?
I like the idea of calling a Christian hotline during, episode and just talking to one of the priests.
You like a lot of strange things.
Yeah, why do you keep going religious? But
it's really funny, though. I want to see how you guys react with that.
I do like the idea of call-ins, and yes, I like the idea of anyone being able to eject.
Okay.
Now that the host has absolute control, does that mean the host has the power to kick the guest? They can still be in the podcast, but I think their time is up. Let's say goodbye to this guest. Or do you think the host
Not gonna lie, I really like that. I really like the idea of the host being able to kick out a guest.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to object.
Does the host have the right to eject contestants from the show, even temporarily?
Seeing how that has actually happened, I'm gonna say yes.
Has it?
Yeah, while I was host, I had you guys do the mini podcast ideas, and I had to eject you guys like
Oh, I
momentarily to
guess.
get the podcast working. So
I meant more like, can the host just be like, yo, Nate, your work is done here. Go, go make a sandwich.
yeah, Nate, I don't want you on this podcast for the next 20 minutes. You can time yourself.
I fuck with that. It adds variety.
Aiden, just you writing that down and being like,
All right, Carter, can you please leave?
I have 2 more questions, although I think that these are going to be a bit quicker. Can the host declare themselves a winner?
yes.
Yes.
There can be a chance that contestants just don't fit their criteria, and what other better way to tell them that they suck than to announce yourself as a winner?
Must the host leave the option for the contestants to win?
Can you explain that?
Nate, you've done games before where if really rare chance things happens, then you would win your game, right?
Correct.
But I'm asking if you could write an episode that no matter what happens, Carter and I could not win it.
I believe there should be a standard for that, but it can happen. After, like, an episode of doing that, the next time, like, you should actually give the other people a chance.
The host cannot declare themselves the winner.
2 times consecutively.
Okay, yeah, so you may not host 3 times in a row.
That's good. That's good.
Well, I mean, if it's like a dual host,
You may not host solo 3 times in a row?
I feel like that's a lot better.
Okay.
You cannot host individually 3 times in a row. Because I like the idea of doing a game and then being like, whoever wins this will be hosting with me the next time. Like, instead of it being a full win.
Oh, I see. I actually kind of want to amend that to just you may not host more than 3 times in a row, I think.
Individually and collectively.
Yeah, I think that you just can't hold the host position 3 episodes in a row.
That's fair.
Regardless of amount of wins, that would just be exhausting.
Yeah, because, you would go like 4 months without even having a chance to win an episode.
I mean, if you're going to bring that up, I got a question.
Yeah, let's hear.
Yeah, Carter, what's up?
I was going to say, like, for example, it's the 3 of us, and it's like one in the other, and the one in the other, and the one in the other, and then that other guy doesn't host for, I don't know, 4 months.
That brings me to the 3rd question I have written here. Should there be a law against extended losing streaks?
That's the thing, like, yeah, there should be a law against it, but then again, it is a pity win.
We should put rules in place to to push against that, but not just, okay, you haven't won enough, here's your win. That hypothetical person should still have to work for their win.
So, like, it is the host's responsibility to break a losing streak. They don't have to, but they should feel responsible for doing it.
Yeah, like it should be your civic duty.
Ooh, okay.
It's your civic duty
The
to...
host civic duty.
There's upholding laws and there's upholding morals. I feel like this is a moral problem.
And actually, I thought of one more since, Carter, you brought it up. What are the ethics of pity wins? Do we like those around here?
I don't. I feel like a pity win just makes everybody feel like crap.
Okay, here's my new proposal. I like this constitution so far, but I feel like it's lacking shenanigans characteristic of this podcast. So what if somebody is on a losing streak, let's say like 4 episodes or more, they can they can guarantee a win, but they have to like send a photo of them fingering their ass.
I like that. Firm.
Like that's the one way that you can guarantee a win.
Okay, so superseding all rules, if you post a photo of yourself fingering your ass, then you will become de facto winner?
You don't have to send a picture of yourself fingering your ass. You just got to send a picture of yourself while you're fingering your ass.
But it has to be verifiable by law. So I'm thinking... Oh, for fuck's sake. So anyway, yeah, I like the asshole fingering thing.
I don't.
What do you not like about it?
Well, I wanted Aiden to... Okay, so the whole idea is that we are banning pity wins, right? My proposal is, what if the host is required to invite the person who has been on a losing streak to be the host with them, you know?
So we have to now write apprenticeship doctrine?
Yeah, what if it was like, if the person who's on the losing streak brings up the fact that they've lost like 5 times in a row at the end of the episode that they lost, they are allowed to joint host with whoever won. Therefore, it's not really a pity win, but it's more so, hey, this guy's going to work with you a little bit.
Oh, so they can, like, merge themselves into the next episode.
Yes.
Like when you fucking microwave a bowl of Skittles.
What the fuck?
Okay, I think I have a good draft here. I'm just going to read 3-6 and 3-7 and see how you guys feel. 3-6. It is the host's civic duty to break any extended losing streaks. 3-6-1. Pity wins are cringe and we do not like them.
That's true.
Good rule.
Okay, 3-7. Assuming an ongoing and prolonged losing streak, that being 5 or more episodes, you may, 3-7-1, request after speeches to be indoctrinated into the hostship as a secretary, or 3-7-2, submit photo evidence of themselves fingering their ass to become the de facto winner.
I like it, especially that you can choose between one or the other.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. We've workshopped a good thing here. I think that was very productive.
Yeah, I like what's going on.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, what's up?
That is your question. Next.
Does the host need to have a topic? I am firmly in camp yes.
I think yes.
Well, here's the deal.
Yeah, okay.
What if the topic was that you don't have a topic and you make the other contestants help you with the topic?
That is still...
That's still a topic, but it's not a topic.
There has to be some level of structure to that bit. There has to be some kind of game that's been set up, even if it's skeletal, that kind of guides us in the right direction. You can't have us do your homework for you on the podcast.
Can we amend it to where it says the episode must have some sort of structure?
Yeah, I think instead of saying topic, it should be like episode concept.
Yeah.
Okay, the host needs to have some level of structure prepared for their episode at start.
Yes.
Good.
Great.
Can we also add that if the topic is any of the things we banned, we kill them?
We kill them.
Like we lawfully murder them?
Yeah.
What did we ban again? We banned Adam Levine, Radiohead, Anyway Shoot, and what other...
Ruing. If you make an episode about ruing, you die.
Well, I guess if I ask the question what it is, I'm gonna be shot.
Just don't do it. You cannot rue on accident. Like, I think it is by definition impossible to rue on accident.
I don't know. I'm gonna look up what that means because I honestly don't know what that means.
But yeah, I think if we make any episodes on the basis of those topics, it's death. And I guess that begs the question: what would it be death by?
I think the diction here will satisfy you, and it's not quite that specific. 3-8-1. If the host's episode centralizes around one of the banned topics, then the contestants are legally obligated to execute a faith killing.
That's good. That's good.
Also, I looked it up. I don't know what's wrong with that. What?
What?
It's just another word for ruling. You said ruing, right?
In the context of this podcast, ruing is swimming back and forth in your chair.
Oh, okay. I forgot.
Nate didn't
know.
I forgot it had an actual definition, but yeah, no doing that. That's cheating. That's bad.
Here, give me a second. Speaking of ruin, let me adjust myself, as I am not in a good position. Alright, here we are. Oh.
Let us proceed.
There we go. Now I'm in a good position.
Let us proceed.
And now for the fourth section, which I think is going to be the most fun. Predilectional law. This is kind of the game portion of this episode. Let's see here. Where is it? I got to look through this rule book. Okay, yeah. Section 3-4, we determine that the host has the authority to eject anyone from the podcast that they choose. So, I thought for the sake of predilectional law, we would draft a triad of laws where each of the three, one person is absent while it is being drafted.
Oh, shit.
This law is completely unrestricted. It can be whatever you want, as long as it's like, not Carter wins if he's racist or something. Like, you could do, each pair will have the option to make a law about the other person, and they will not know until this episode goes public. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, to start with, I kind of already have some ones that I want to pitch regarding Carter. So, Carter, if you wouldn't mind defenestrating yourself for a small while.
I can't defenestrate, but I can leave.
That's totally fine with me.
Sick, I will do that.
All right, he has removed his earbud.
I guess I will just leave this room or something. I guess I'll twiddle my penis.
Listen, you do whatever you want with your penis, just to be private about it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't promise you that.
Yeah, remember that I can see through that door.
All right.
Twiddle.
Okay.
We get to
Yes.
make a law and we can target it directly at Carter.
All right, let me hear what you want to pitch first.
So here's the draft of the one that I have sitting here. If Carter is ever predisposed to lose an episode, right before the winner is declared, the host must give Carter an escape clause. And that escape clause is, how many subscribers did Aiden's alternate channel Inflatable Table actually have when it crossed 100 subscribers special?
Oh, shit. I was pretty sure you were going to incorporate that into this episode somehow. That's hard to beat.
Yeah, so, and as a writer to that, this predilectional law will self-destruct as soon as Carter wins via this method.
Shit, I don't even know what I have that beats that.
I was thinking maybe we could also talk about Hat, his Hat of Mystery. Like, should we mandate that he writes favorability on his Hat suggestions, you think?
That would be good for us. Do I prefer that over the other one? I'm not sure, because that first one is hilarious.
The thing is, that law is very impermanent. Although I guess a host in the future could, whenever they want, just decide we write another triad of predilectional laws. I guess that's fine.
I like the idea of that being a running gag of just like us continuously replacing that particular law.
Oh, okay. So how about there's a rotating cast of questions. Whenever Carter is about to lose an episode, the host has to give him the option to trigger the escape clause, and that results in one question he should know the answer to being asked again.
Do you think it should have to be from the easiest quiz ever episode, or just anything that we've stated in the past?
I think we should, as a joint operation, keep a list, an ordered list, and we have to progress through the list in order, and you have to keep re-asking the topmost item until Carter guesses it, then it gets deleted, and the next one moves up. So it's the same question over and over again until he gets it.
Will he be in on the list?
No.
I like this. I like this a lot. I'm going to call that good.
Yeah, we're happy with that? You can tell Carter to come back now.
All right.
Carter!
All right, he's coming. I didn't even have to say that much.
You guys caught me mid-pouring a shot.
We have set the law in motion. Yeah, so come take your earbud.
Oh yeah, Nate, leave.
Hey, we don't know it's my turn to leave or not.
No, that's fine.
Give me your earbud.
I'm leaving. I'm exiting the room.
Nate cannot hear you anymore. Hello, Aiden.
Hello, Carter. All right, so predilectional law 4-2. We are allowed to make a law whatever we want, and Nate's not allowed to know what it is, at least until the episode comes out.
Sick. So what are you thinking?
I kind of led the charge on Nate and my back and forth. I was wondering what you were going to pitch first as far as how we could make a law that targets Nate.
So is this targeting him in terms of him losing or him winning?
That is up to our discretion.
That is up to our discretion. Okay.
Yeah, the only rule about the predilectional law is that it has to be targeted at the person who was not present during the discussion.
Gotcha. And I'm guessing it has to be something like that you can also observe as well. So if it was like, if Nate pets the cat, then he loses, like you cannot even monitor that at all because you're remote.
I'm not going to mandate that, but I would prefer that it's something I can act upon from being distanced.
Okay. Shoot. Okay, so let's so I feel like we should target Nate's habits. Like the first thing that comes to mind is him saying asshole, but that might be too common.
Yeah, I was also thinking maybe like something to do with farting. Like maybe oh wait, no, I got it. What if
You got it?
What if we draft a permission slip for him?
I like that.
Not about farting, but like the whole bit is that allows him to give permission to fart. It's a whole thing. But basically, what if we actually write a permission slip and we give him the option to use it like once a year or something?
Once a year? Okay. So
Yeah,
what does this have to do?
What would that do?
Yeah, I was going to say, what does this have to do with winning or losing?
Yeah, that's what we got to figure out. It can be to his benefit, to his detriment, but I like the idea of kind of, because I'll be honest, yours was also giving you a perk. I like the idea of this predilectional law against Nate also giving him a perk. I think that's fun. So,
Do you think it should be like, if he uses that permission slip, that also means that he loses, or...
Oh, okay, so he uses it on an episode where he's going to win, and then he loses that episode, but what?
The thing about that is that what if he uses it and I'm gonna win, or like you're gonna win?
Oh, okay.
That's the thing.
So
Do you think it should like swap it?
he forces the winner and losers to swap identities.
I like this. This is good.
Okay, and is that like once per annum? Is that once every 6 months? Is that every time he wins he gets a new one? That seems a bit too frequent. Maybe every like
that's-
5 wins?
Well, here's the deal. Is this permission slip going to be a tangible thing, or is it going to be like he asks me for it and I say yes, then it happens.
Oh, you know what? I got it. What if it's an actual slip, like a note card, and
you want it to be an actual slip? Okay.
Yeah, and you have the authority as the guy who does the hat bit, the hat of mystery. You have the ability to throw a permission slip into the hat, and then if it comes out, he can take it in addition to us picking the topic from the hat. So you can put an additional thing in there. That wouldn't be the topic. That would just be a gimme for Nate.
Oh, that would be a gimme. Okay, that's also really cool because what would happen is that you're remote and Nate would know it, so you wouldn't know until Nate says something and he's like, here, I'm going to use this. I'm going to be like, okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else you want to add?
Well, I was going to say, like, because the host can announce himself the winner, right? What if he announces himself the winner, he uses that, and then, for example, let's say it's me, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm the winner right now. Like, he swaps it, and then you both are the host.
So it's specifically based on winnerdom and loserdom. Like, the host would not necessarily win or lose their own episode unless they declare it that way.
Yeah, if I declare it, then you both would be the winners.
Yeah, so if you, as host, declared yourself the winner, that would make Nate and I losers. He could play his permission slip and make the two of us winners and you a loser.
And I guess that would also help you guys out because he can still keep that slip outside of that podcast session, then bring it back to
it just exists in his pocket until he decides to use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so just to get clarification, if I'm hosting, I declare you the winner, and then Nate uses his permission slip. That makes you the loser, him the winner, and me nothing.
Yeah. The host does not get affected unless the host themselves
declares themselves a part of it. Yes.
Declares themselves a part, yes.
All right. I like this.
Okay. And then he can also have permission to tear ass, I suppose.
Yeah. He has to use it very wisely. It does one of those two things. And he has to give it to you after he's used it so you can put it back in rotation.
Yes. Yeah, he has to give it to me. And then, like, let's say I have until the next time I host to put it back into the hat.
Yeah, you can only put it back in circulation when you do your magic hat.
Not only would this give Nate a chance to reverse the role, but it also motivates him to make me win more so then he can keep on using permission slips. Gotcha. I like this.
Exactly. But you can also reserve the right not to put the thing back in the hat if you want.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just saying, like, what if Nate just doesn't use it? Like, what if he throws away the slip? I don't know why the fuck he would do that, but what if?
Let's make a little rider to the rule. Next time you win, you have to put the permission slip in the hat. You have to.
I have to. Okay, yes.
But from then on, it's up to you. You just can't go longer than 6 months without putting it back in rotation, if he gives it to you.
But I'm saying, what if he doesn't give it to me? Like, that little bit of freedom that he has is gone?
He can present a current photo ID to have another one printed. It'll come in the mail within 3 to 5 business days.
He has to send a picture of him fingering his ass with 3 fingers. Can we do that? What? I like that.
Yeah, gotta keep track of that thing. Cool, we got it. All right, you can invite him back now.
Okay, sweet.
Hi, Nate. Come here. How's it going?
It took a while.
There's a lot of details to iron out.
Yeah, tell me what you were talking about.
I'm not telling you.
I guess I'll go in the other room.
This is the wrong earbud.
It doesn't matter. Aiden's not listening to us.
Oh, is he gone?
We could just hang up the call.
Like, I guess just shoot me a text when you're done.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
All right. Should we, like, hang up?
Yeah, I guess I'll do it. Okay.
All right, Nate. So what should we do with Aiden?
I don't know. I was trying to think while I was out there.
If he pinches his penis, he's out. He's gone from the podcast.
We've had a lot of dick talk this episode. I think we should strive for less penis.
We should strive for less penis, Aiden. If you ever mention penis, you're gone.
Yeah, we could do something where, like, if he mentions his penis, then...
Straight up, I don't think he mentions it as much as we do.
Probably not, yeah.
I don't know. Because we banned Radiohead because I would have been like, oh yeah, if he talks about Radiohead.
That would be funny, yeah.
You know what would be really interesting? So he has made all of these rules for us. We have not exactly went through the punishments at all, but he went through this effort to make these laws. It would be really bad if he was a hypocrite, right?
Oh.
So what if the thing was like, if he himself broke any of the rules, he automatically loses?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I guess time will tell if that's too harsh. Because
That's not too hard. He made this episode for us to make the podcast better. So why would he want to break his own rules?
Is there a way that we could do a punishment that's not just him losing, though? Because I don't like him just losing, because that could just take all the air out of an episode.
I see. Okay. I mean, what do you propose that we do then?
I was thinking we could just make it so that, like, if he breaks an amendment...
If he breaks an amendment, he has to leave.
Or, like, he has to put a clip in the edited podcast of him going, like...
I like the idea that he has to put in like a 10-minute clip of one of his inflatable table videos just randomly in the podcast.
That just doesn't sound fun for anyone, though.
I do like the idea that it's Aiden breaking his own rules that he gave us, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, we all talked about him, but he did set them.
I do think if we can catch him on something and then we call him out, see, I don't know, because I don't think he's going to break them often. We want it to be impactful, not like episode defining, but something that's more than just a nuisance. Or maybe it should just be a nuisance.
I got an idea. What if we give him like a strike? In 3 strikes, that means he loses the next. Ooh, what if we do the strike system, and if he gets 3 strikes for that episode, all of these laws become void for that episode?
That sounds fucked up.
It does sound fucked up. Then he could talk about Radiohead as much as he wants. We can invite as many guests. He doesn't have permission to kick. The host would not have absolute control. It would basically be mutiny for that episode.
But how rare is it going to be that we catch him 3 times in one episode?
I'm not going to say 3 times in one episode. I just think 3 times overall, cumulatively.
We could make it so that, like, he can accumulate strikes over multiple episodes.
I do like that.
So, like, if he gets 1 strike in an episode, it doesn't really mean anything, but once he hits 3, then he gets fucked somehow. I don't know how that would work if he's hosting, is the issue.
This is hard. I like what we're doing, but it's missing something.
How about no 3 strikes?
No 3 strikes.
If he breaks an amendment and we catch him, he has to replace the sandwich with his face in the video for 5 minutes. I like him losing a win. Strikes are still cumulative. Strikes are still cumulative, and if he gets 3, he loses a win.
Yeah, what if it's the 3 strike system? What if it's these laws that he created today? What if it's also, if he hosts, he makes his own rules, and then he breaks his own rules? That would also be considered a strike. Because he has done that a lot. It was some trivia. I don't remember. I really don't remember.
I feel like maybe that's not a good law then. Oh, man.
I don't know.
What if it's like every time he calls something cute, we both have to go, ooh?
That's not impactful, though.
How is that not impactful? We lawfully go, ooh, if he calls something cute.
No. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe if he calls something cute 3 times, we keep track of it. That is considered a loss for that current session. Or he could win. It could be where like he calls something cute 3 times, but it's not the same episode. It has to be in like separate episodes. Because with the laws, like with us, I feel like we wouldn't remember that. But if it's calling something cute, like we would be able to keep track of that. And like after the 3rd one, he would be able to win.
I don't think we should have it be in his favor, though, because that just gives him more of a reason to exploit it.
That is true.
I think it should either be detrimental to him or it's a nuisance and he has to do something in editing.
Do you think it should just be based on the laws, or how about if it's just him being hypocritical? He gets 3 strikes and then he loses. That's it. Because I feel like that'd be easy to track.
I feel like that's subjective.
How about we have to like provide the evidence that he was hypocritical?
Okay, yeah, so it's like a court of law. I think, should that happen, we should bring it up at the end of the episode. Because if we declare a winner too early in the episode, it's not going to be a good episode.
It would be hard to keep track of that too, because we would have to be focusing on that.
Why don't we just, like... Are you sure you don't want it to be that if he says cute, we go, ooh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't want that. What if he does a jacuse? Something happens.
I don't know why that should be punishable.
Maybe it should be, like, rewarding, you know?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because it's... The jacuse is the fuck-up.
It's the fuck-up, but if you own up to the fuck-up, that could be a win.
I don't know if it should be a win. If the incentive for him to do that is a win, he's just going to make mistakes on purpose so that he can jacuse himself.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't think he would. Like, he would have to pinpoint a very valid accuse.
I feel like there should be a catch. Like a win is a really episode-changing reward.
I mean, it could just be 3 accuses, but that would be a lot. I mean, yeah, I like the idea of him jacuzzing, and then if it makes a lot of sense, then yeah, that is considered a win. But if you go back in the footage and it sounds like he made that mistake, it's like almost scripted.
Oh, actually, yeah, I like that because we can be the jury, and if it's bullshit and we declare that it is, there would be risk reward for him if he decided to do that.
That is true. I like that.
Should we call that good?
So if he jacuzes and both of us think it's a valid accuse, he wins.
I don't think that should equal a win for the episode once again, because usually jacuzzes come early in the episode. I think we can give him a win on the scale.
It's not a win and you get to be next host next time, but it is oh yeah, good job. You got 5 points. That is a win on the board. Good job.
And if it's bullshit, then he loses one.
Oh, I do like that. Yeah, if we both don't agree to it, yeah, that's a no. Okay,
To recap. If Aiden declares a jacuzz, then Carter and I will evaluate whether or not it's bullshit. If it is valid, then he earns a win. He doesn't win the episode. And if it's bullshit, he loses one. Secondary law. If you call something cute, you have to put in a little jingle where you're like, ooh.
No, that's not it.
All right, good. Let's call him again.
Hey, no, that's not it.
Let's bring him back in. The floor is yours whenever you're ready.
That is Section 4, Predilectional Law. I'm a little nervous. Hopefully the diction of these does not come to bite us in the ass. This is Section 5. It's going to be really short. This is apoptotic doctrine.
Okay.
Do you know what that word means?
Apoptosis is programmed cell death.
So
that is correct.
Oh, so this is the punishment. Gotcha.
Oh no, I forgot about the punishment. Actually, this is different. Shit. Okay, we'll circle back to punishment.
Yeah, what's the punishment?
Okay, apoptotic doctrine. These are drafts. Let me know how you feel about these. 5-1. Members of the podcast bearing the intense strain of oppression may reserve the right to enact a cordon secession, in which case they must release episodes on the proper schedule, but as a separate nation.
What?
What type of Hamilton are you rapping? What?
Basically what that means is, let's just say one of us has been getting consistently fucked in the ass and can't take it anymore. That person may reserve the right to secede from the union. They can take a hiatus from the podcast, an indefinite hiatus, as long as they record solo podcast episodes to post on their own at the same time.
Oh, so what you're saying is if one of us gets really busy or if there's an emergency, that person would be able to withdraw himself, but he would have a little bit of homework to record an episode himself.
If you want to look at it charitably, I guess so. I just meant if you have a losing streak of 20 episodes and you can't take it anymore, you can just do the Carter Hour.
Oh.
I fuck with it.
And 5-2, regarding apoptotic doctrine, the podcast officially ends when we do a shit pact.
Brace yourself for 6,000 episodes, I guess.
There's 6,000 episodes. Now you must list under 5.2.1 what is a shit pact and what does that mean?
Okay, shit pact. Open parenthesis, /n, close parenthesis, colon. And then I'll figure it out from there. Okay, so punishments, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, no.
I wrote an extra section at the bottom here. Chapter 6, perjury. It tends to go on this podcast. We tend to kind of play it by ear. The host tends to be a pretty understanding individual. And so the draft I have written here is disputes are to be settled like adults, basically. If the host breaks a law, then their episode goes to arbitration, in which case, I don't know, they have to abandon their game and spin a wheel to pick a winner or flip a coin or something.
I don't know. I feel like if that happens, that's just anticlimax. That'll just ruin the episode.
That is true.
In fact, that was something that we discussed at length when trying to come up with a law for you.
I think that you should be able to reserve the right to maybe as an addendum to Section 3, contestants or the host reserve the right to at any point pull up the Constitution and reference it if they think they're being persecuted.
That is
we did a thing one time where I think it was with Carter where we held one of his wins hostage. So
yeah, we never gave that back, did we? actually.
Did we not?
No, we didn't.
Shit.
Carter, your win has been taken as a hostage for like
When
6
did this
months.
happen?
I don't even remember why we did it.
You guys just did. Why?
I mean, we did it with good reason.
Yeah, I think it was Nate that put your win in timeout and said we'd give it back to you in the next episode. We forgot to, so it's just been sitting in the corner.
So you guys broke the law, and therefore you
No.
must-
There was no law yet.
We haven't even ratified the Constitution yet. Hold your horses.
Let's.
Yeah, I guess murder was legal before today, so yeah, okay.
Firstly, we should make the decision to give Carter that win back.
Yeah, can I have that win? That would be cool.
Yeah, you can have your win
but-
back.
Thank you.
But I think there is merit to the system of holding wins hostage.
You think?
I think that's a more reasonable punishment than just losing your hostship.
You have to bargain your win with something else.
So, like,
So the person being accused of doing something bad, everyone takes a vote, including them, and then if they get more yays than nays, then some amount of their wins decided at the time is taken hostage, and if they don't atone for their sins, they get shot.
if they don't atone for their sin. I honestly think that there should be a fourth party involved. I feel like someone like Nico should be explained what's happening and what should happen.
Tell you what, we'll have a hostage situation as 6-1-1, and then
Yes.
under that we'll have 6-1-1-1, which is if this does not happen cleanly, then the next episode is automatically forced to be a trial it's a bonus episode. How about that? We have a bonus episode where the prosecution and the defense both have to call a friend into jury duty, and then we have to debate the case in front of them, and then at the end they pick.
I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I feel like
There's like no way it would ever get there, but if it did, it would be a coordination nightmare, which is the true reason why I think this law is good.
with that reasoning, I think I'm on board. I think that's good. I also
Okay.
think that each law broken should take away differing amounts of wins, because I feel like the severity of each crime is not the same.
I think that should be at the time that you are declared to be an offense to the law. All of us should have the ability to claim vigilantism, and you should be able to say, like, okay, you know what? You just broke X law. Unless you atone for your sins right this second, we're going to have to take 2 of your wins hostage.
you know, I've been thinking about this. 1-1 is the podcast happens every third Wednesday, correct?
That is correct, yes.
What I'm saying is there might be a chance that we break that law because we busy or we are unavailable or we have a family emergency.
We actually covered that already. 1-1-1 is the Registrar of Spicy Chicken Sammich have the right to change this whenever they want.
Oh, okay.
So we're good there.
I mean,
We're good there, yeah.
I totally forgot about that one. Okay, cool, yeah.
That's why I think that these trials should be bonus episodes so they can just come out whenever.
I think we're clear there.
I
That's
guess we're
why we
clear,
wrote it
yeah,
out.
whatever.
With all that in mind, law is good. That is a good one.
Law is good. Law is great. Law is absolute.
Okay, hang on. I gotta write a lot of words here. Let me make sure I got all this right, because this is a lot of dashes. Okay, 6-1. Disputes are to be settled like adults, but if this is not an option, then the following events will take place consecutively, assuming the previous option fails. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I misspelled something and I'm trying to fix it, but I'm weirdly bad at spelling. Okay, there we go. 6-1-1. The persecuted will take some out of the prosecuted's wins hostage. 1 win is executed each time the host ship changes.
1 win is executed.
It's taken out back.
And then if that doesn't resolve it, each of the 3 of us must call a friend to jury duty and then hash it out objection funk style as a bonus episode. And then if that doesn't work, the neutral party calls 1 friend and this goes to arbitration, and that's also a bonus episode.
And if that doesn't work, we have to do a shit pact.
Then we have to do a shit pact.
We have to do a shit pact, which then in turn it cancels Spicy Chicken Sandwich. I like this. This is good. You gotta add that.
How do we keep bringing up shit packs so nonchalantly? Like, this is...
It's because the one episode that got so much popularity, a ton of people are like,
that episode
shit pact.
comprises 90% of the watch time of the entire show.
Okay, yeah. I guess we are the shit packed guys now.
What's up, shit pack sandwich?
Oh, man.
Are we okay with that?
Your digital footprint is fucked, man. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, especially the ship pact at the end.
Ugh, it's okay. As long as we're adults, it should never come to that. I think that's all I got.
Okay.
And once again, I added a 3.9 because we talked about it. All members may pull up the Constitution whenever they want if they feel it needs to be referenced. I feel like that's fair.
Sweet. There may or may not be a chance that this document is never pulled up ever again.
Yeah, it might never come up again. All right, so let's read this closing stanza. It is under these here bylaws, this Constitution of Spicy Chicken Sammich, that the divine sanctity of this tyranny is constructed. It is upon the bones of podcasts in our foretimes that we have built an unshakable, unbreakable, and unshit-pactable mass. All in favor of the immediate ratification of this document, say aye. Aye. And it is law.
All right.
All right.
Good job, fellas.
Great.
Well, you know, I had written down the winner of this episode would be the person who proposed the best for electional law, but I didn't hear one of them, so I don't know why the fuck I thought that would work.
Yeah, that's funny.
You know what? I'm actually very excited about the law Carter and I wrote together. I think it's very funny. So, Carter, I think that because you helped me mold that clay, I'm going to give it to you. Also, you have the power to end the podcast with your shit pactitude, so I got to give you some sort of reverence here.
I was going to say, if you didn't give me the win, I was going to joint win with someone.
Yeah, you win, buddy. Good job.
Yay, I'm glad.
Nice.
You guys may do winners and loser speeches. I will give you permission.
No. 2-2. The host ship transfers upon a winner being declared and therein following the appropriate speeches being delivered. I have not given you a chance to do speeches yet.
Ah, well.
I'm taking 7 of your wins hostage.
I vote yes.
No,
I vote yes. Yay.
Guys, I'm going to put this in trial. Anyway, I don't have a third party. Time for
You said anyway. 3 wins. 3 wins.
Time for a ship pact.
Carter, give a winner's speech.
I felt like this win was all for me. I had a good time.
Cool. Nathaniel, you want to give a loser speech?
Sure, yeah, let's go. I will take this loss with gratitude because today we have constructed something beautiful that I'm sure we will refer to many times over.
Yes.
I would like to thank you both for being here with me for this, and thank you.
All right, Carter, the host ship now belongs to you. Do with it what you will.
Okay, well, the recording time is 1 hour and 45 minutes, so...
Yeah, we've been going for a while.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing a lot except for expressing my gratitude for you guys listening to this podcast.
Yeah, we're coming up on 50 episodes. That's pretty exciting.
50 episodes. You know what's going to happen? 50 sandwiches.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that, maybe.
What episode was it when we did the first recap?
That was on the 1-year anniversary, episode 31, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, and that's in March, isn't it?
That is in, I want to say, February.
Oh!
It's been a while. Also, Aiden, because you are now 2 hours away, you could just, I don't know, drive over here and...
Yeah, I could go
join us.
visit you guys.
Yeah.
That's not too hard anymore. Maybe in a future episode we can, like, set up a semi-annual in-person episode or something.
Yeah. Any closing arguments, or...
No.
Yeah, I plan to use this document religiously. It is going to define every choice I make going forwards, and you better get used to it.
That will do it for us, guys. I'm glad you listened to this podcast, and I hope you listen to the next one, because the next one is going to be extra spicy. See you later. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. This was a fun one.
Have a good one.
I'll be honest, I thought this was going to take like 15 or 20 minutes, and I had a totally separate thing planned. I guess I'll just save that for next time.
I don't know how you expected this to take 20 minutes.
I expected you guys to just be like, yep, yep, yeah, sure. But instead we got into the weeds and then...
Here we are in the serfdom of this European kingdom in the 1600s, without internet or auditory stimulation to spare. Our days are so bleak, our skies are so dark. The plague is afoot. If only there was something I could put in my ears. But sadly, no such thing exists.
What's up?
Boy, do I have just the thing for you.
Oh my God?
Yes.
God.
Haven't you ever heard of Spicy Chicken Sammich?
Oh, great deity, what is this sandwich you speak of?
It's a hilarious podcast available on several platforms, including YouTube Music, Spotify, and more.
I've never heard of those. How do I subscribe?
Look it up and then click the button. It's pretty easy.
I will do that as soon as phones are invented. Thanks, God!
No problem. I'm out.